Hey, so what's the worst game you've played this year? Because I bet this one's worse. So, one of the many things I don't understand about the internet is how people seem to like things that are bad. Like, really bad. Look it up. Even if it's one of the worst games ever made, there's probably some guy on a forum writing about how it's so bad it's good. I have never understood it's so bad it's good. Not when it comes to video games. I mean, sure, campy horror movies from the 1950s, yes, so bad they're good. Plan 9 from Outer Space, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. I adore these movies, and they're absolutely terrible. But the difference is, there's no interactive element, you know? With video games, you have to do something. And when that sucks, that just sucks. Magus just sucks. So, this is a PS3 exclusive, which at least means all this suffering is localized on a single platform. You play as Magus, some boring white guy who's locked in a dungeon, probably for being such a boring white guy. Then all of a sudden, he gets set free by a hot chick, or a chick who would be hot if the game had better graphics. Since it doesn't, she's like a 6, when she could have been a 7. And that's like the least of this game's offenses. So, pretty early on, it becomes pretty clear that this thing's like half dialogue. Only it's the worst f***ing dialogue ever. And what's worse, a boring white guy never actually says his lines. You pick a line, and the other characters just respond immediately. That is, when you have lines to choose from, half the time it's just one line. Which is like, why?
Enough questions. Prepare to defend yourself. Have at you!
And yet, none of that is even the worst part. The worst part is, no matter what lines you go with, it doesn't make a single f***ing difference. It doesn't change anything. It's a dialogue tree with one branch, and that one rotten branch is about to fall and squash a baby chipmunk. So the writing is awful and boring, and the whole dialogue tree thing is 100% objectively pointless. What about the gameplay? Well, fortunately, there's not much to worry about, which is probably for the best. Magus is basically a third-person shooter, but, with magic. You have 3 kinds of magic, red, blue, and green, and each one comes with a basic attack. So you have 3 basic attacks. And like the dialogue, none of them seems to make a difference. Plus you have unlimited ammo, so just strafe and shoot. That's the other half of the game.
Time to die!
You know, the sad thing is, there's actually a lot more stuff under the hood. Each of the magics also has this whole list of special attacks, and those are kind of awesome. One of your blue magic skills lets you levitate above the fray and blast enemies from above. One of your red skills lets you resurrect enemies you've already slain to fight for you. There are tons of these abilities to unlock and then upgrade. The thing is, you don't really need to. It's like, you know, this whole system of 3 magics with individual skills and individual meters to maintain. That's like a yacht, but it's a yacht that's sitting in a f***ing puddle. Because the core game design in Magus is like a f***ing puddle. So, the enemies, yeah. Each level basically has 1 or 2 enemy types, and they keep repeating in groups of about 10 or 12 until the boss fight. Same thing over and over. And the levels, yeah. They're all structurally identical. In fact, I'm not convinced they're not the same level, just with different textures and colors. But then, you know, you're in all this XP, and you find all this stuff. So you have tons of items and weapons and upgrades and all this crap to manage. But again, the game design itself is so shallow and pointless, you don't even want to. It's like, why bother? Yeah, I could browse through the gems I've collected and, you know, strategically add one to my armor to boost my attack power. Or I could just plow through the enemies anyways. Look at this. There's no gems or strategy or thought required. This game sucks.
I was told that unicorns were peaceful, intelligent creatures. These dumb beasts of burden hardly fit that description.
I know some people are gonna say, oh man, that looks so bad, I have to play it. Hey, That's your call. Personally, I think life's way too short to play awful video games. But hey, everyone's different. Except in this game where everyone's the same. From the graphics, to the gameplay, to the music, to the everything. Magus is just a terrible, terrible game. And no, not in the good way. This is not Plan 9 from outer space.